That's right. No intro for this, episode of the Scourge series. And, yeah, I just got out of a truck, going to Goodwill, and I bought a Shrek shirt that's $5. And hey, might as well grab it. Sorry. Anyways. Alrighty, fellas. So, golly, this is a different type of video today. But, if you're wondering, Scourge, why the hell you dress like Moist Critical, and why are you in his house? Great question. But further question is, what is the deal with these Simp streams? Well, let me tell you. Let me talk to you, as what my boy L.A. Knight would say. You know what? Oh, Knight, go ahead and do your thing.
Let me talk to you!
So, a couple days ago, on Twitter, people are kind of having conversations about these whole Simp streams thing, saying how it's kind of bad. Other people saying, hey, just ignore them. All we have to do is leave them and we're fine. Yada, yada, yada. Now, you may be asking, and quite frankly, I've been asking a lot of people too, Scourge, what the fuck is a Simp stream? Well, I wish I could tell you, but I'm looking it up right now. So, pretty much is that being a simp is like, it's an internet slang for someone, usually a man, who shows excessive attention, affection, or deference to another person, typically a woman, in hopes of winning their favor. That type of stuff. It's like you simping for Wonder Woman, which, honestly, I can't lie to you, she's pretty fine. But with these Simp streams, what they're about is that there'll be like a few people in there, male, female, whatever. They'll be there, and if you donate to them a certain amount of money, depends, you pretty much get to tell them, hey, make this person simp for this guy, or make this person simp for this girl, as whatever character they like to, I don't know, they like, so when it comes to me, again, with Wonder Woman, so if you were to donate to like, I don't know, Rosie, to donate to me to make me simp for Wonder Woman, well, there you go. And to be quite frank with you, I've taken a look at these Simp streams before. Matter of fact, Rosie herself is in one of these. Not Rosie, but other Rosie, the non-anti version of Rosie. Yeah, that person's in there. Amy, that's right. She's in there. So I had to give it a watch. Quite frankly, for I watched the first live stream of the Simp stream, not recently. Hold on, let me calm your horses and let me talk about that in a second. But I taken a look at the first Simp stream that ever happened, and quite frankly, it wasn't bad. It was cringe. Quite frankly, like if I were to tell you like how it was, let me just give you a clip right now. There it is. Disney, show off a clip of what these Simp streams are like.
Nature, your last mistake.
Yeah, well, speaking of us all, I think Dixie said she wanted to hear samples from us all, so with that being the case, Mel, remember me?
Yeah, let that chat hear your samples.
Mel.
Mel,
Just the silence. Are you trying to pull out the shadow? Dang.
I
guess you could say.
No one's in the goddamn walls. Yes, Faith, we are in the walls. Come on now.
Stop
I
it!
can't handle the truth.
Hang on, guys. Hold on. One at a time.
And as you can tell from these videos, they're pretty much harmless fun. The whole hour stuff was kind of cringe. I don't know if it was from my boy Trigger, which probably not, but I did recognize him in the stream. Same with Dark. I think Herb was in there. I mean, he's pretty chill. But it was just harmless fun. It was no big deal. It was cringe, but it was fun. It's harmless, like, or in the freaking, kissy type of thing. it was nice. It was okay, and you know, for the most part, as these streams go on, you know, it just seemed harmless. Until I seen a few clips on Twitter, and I seen it from someone. I'm gonna keep him anonymous, but if you know, you know. If you have Twitter, you know. But let me just show you a few clips on what I mean about that.
The football. I mean,
it's kind of hard since both Sallys are hot.
Listen, I know you're hard, but look, don't let that head decide which one's which.
Hey? No, my wife is... You know what? Fine, whatever. Let's go with this one.
Pretty good.
I'm kidding, you're fine.
Feel how fluffy his quills are. I just want to snuggle him.
And his little chest fur right here too.
Oh,
I can't contain myself.
I can't either.
I'll be glad when this comes to an end so we can take you inside.
oh my goodness.
Oh, absolutely. Which, unfortunately, you won't be able to watch that part.
No.
I do apologize.
Nope.
No.
That's what
I've heard others say. What's that one joke I heard people say? That would be a Patreon exclusive.
20 a month. At least. Simple equation, Q plus T equals all of you.
You know what? I'm gonna go squeeze something back here.
Hey, okay.
Let's see.
Ooh.
What?
Cute little brown pussy.
What the hell? Oh my God! No way!
My goodness.
I can't contain myself, Amy.
You see, okay, this would be a whole different. This would have been a whole different story if I did that to any of three of you. But no, but because you're a woman and I'm a man, and you doing that to me, that's okay. But if I did that to you,
I bet you two won't do it. I bet you two won't do it.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Here. I'm also gonna feel up a little bit here too.
was this a prostate exam?
Well, go ahead.
Okay, but let you know that the guys that are, if your guys are watching this, they shouldn't be mad at me because you three insisted and it's all caught on camera.
Yeah, don't worry.
All right, okay. Chad, I'm sorry in advance, but they insisted, so I will not say no. I was trying to be respectful, but...
Gender equality is a thing.
Fair enough. All right, ready, Amy?
Yep.
Or, wait a minute. Actually, I have a better idea. If you really, if you want me to.
Are you trying to... Ooh.
We're going that round, huh? Ooh. Meow.
So instead, how about a super squeeze?
Good.
I think Amy enjoyed that.
Alright, now please, your turn.
You know what? Like I said, if I want to be on their game, I guess I gotta throw their game right back at them, like they're doing to me, Chad.
I'm waiting.
Alrighty, all right. Ready?
Yes.
Alright. 1, 2, and ah.
Ooh, Ooh. Now it's the bat's turn. That felt good.
You see why I was making those noises?
I know. Now Bruce gets a taste of it now.
Ready, Batgirl?
I am. Oh, that does feel good. Ooh.
Gorgeous. Now you definitely got some ego from that.
Just a little bit.
I bet you enjoy that.
Look.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Yeah, I didn't even bother watching the other two clips. Matter of fact, I didn't even finish the second one that appeared here, but God almighty, what has happened? Okay, so basically what this whole debacle of this entire Simp stream situation happened is that, and they changed it now, but a couple of days ago, a friend of mine has asked them, hey, have you labeled these streams saying, hey, it's 18 plus, yada, yada, yada? And they're like, yeah, sure, it has to be. And I'm like, and they're like, what do you mean it has to be? You full on have to label them to make sure that kids don't really, come across this shit, because it's bad. So yeah, at a point in time, before they label it, it was not labeled as 18 plus. Meaning, kids are watching this goon slop shit. Then, again, if you've seen the clips, it's terrible. It's ass. Matter of fact, I don't even want to watch the rest of the... I had these clips from someone, because I was like, okay, I want you to send these clips, because I'm not watching the full stream to get them. They did. I saw one, and that was it. Or two, actually. No. It was the one with the weird-looking Goku, and then the one with Andrew, which... We'll talk about him in a second, but... God almighty, man. And, okay, here's my thing. It's good that you're labeling these streams saying, hey, they're not meant for kids. Our audience is 18 and over. And it's fine. But here's the problem with that. Kids in this generation, they don't know how to read. Or they just don't care. They either don't know how to read or they don't care. Meaning, if they see something that's either colorful or it's their favorite character, like, for instance, Sonic the Hedgehog, they're going to click on it. And they're not gonna know what the fuck this shit is, and they're gonna mistaken this, and then they're gonna have to ask their parents, like,
Mom, what does this mean? Why is Rouge, Amy, and Blaze caressing this brown hedgehog or this brown Sonic?
Like, do you really want your kids to be asking you that? Like, no, hell no, man. And it's crazy how much of a switch up, because, like, okay, if I were to look back on these, all right, so I'm gonna go to Dixie's, all right, because at first she was the one who started this whole thing. Not really. It was more of Honey Hot Kiss. I think that's her name. She's cool. She labels her streams as it is, She has her audience. It's all good. But here's the thing with Honey Hot Kiss, she started as, her audience as 18 plus. With Dixie, it was not meant that way. And if you guys are in her server, you guys will know there are kids in there. There's minors in there. There's a mix between minors and adults, including myself. Or not myself, but Disney. But, it's I don't know, man. But it's like this whole thing started literally a year ago. A year ago. In February 5th of 2025. That's Dixie's first Simp stream on here. And I'm looking at it right now. It's literally a year ago. And it's crazy of, how far we came to, that to this shit. It's mind-boggling, man. It's mind-boggling. And, there's people here that are defending this. People, they're saying, hey, why can't they just scroll or ignore this? Yada, yada, yada. Why can't they just, block this? Well, here's the thing. Here's a counterpart to that argument. One, it is still a problem that they even have to scroll past it at all. Two, try explaining that to a child. Try. You think they're going to understand when you literally tell... kids don't understand, and they won't listen to parents nowadays. Trust me, I would know. And they're going to find shit like this, and it's going to become a whole hassle of this crap. And it's not going to look good for your image. At all. Because you're going to be known as this Sonic YouTuber that shows this to kids. Matter of fact, there's a I'm gonna post this screenshot right here. There is my friend Sally Acorn. She wanted to join these streams, but obviously she's a minor. She can't really join them. And good on Dixie for telling her, hey, you cannot join. It's only 18 and over. It's okay. But she deleted this because of my friend. I'm gonna say Mighty. I'm not gonna say their full name, but Mighty stopped Dixie from whatever they're gonna say, and basically what Dixie says, like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay though, honey. You can just watch and enjoy the show. You're saying that to a minor, and that's what kind of started. That's what really started this whole thing before I went on to Twitter. And it's like, well, why are you encouraging kids to watch this goon slop content of like you just doing this? That is weird, man. That is not good for your image at all. And it sucks because, Dixie is actually, well, before all this happened, she was actually a genuine nice person. That's until I found some stuff about it. But that's a video for another person to do on what they do. But let me just say, or actually no, I'll say a little bit of that later. But let me just get to the people who are like defending this type of shit that, confuses me a lot. So on Twitter, obviously there's people defending this. One being Andrew. Andrew is the biggest supporter of these Simp streams. Matter of fact, he is second. He's second place in line when it comes to these Simp streams. And by God, the things I've heard about that guy is just wow. Wow, and I thought he was pretty okay, but no, okay. So apparently there's a whole document on Andrew. I'm not gonna read the full thing. If you want to, I'll leave it in the description down below. But holy fuck, man. Golly. The shit I've, seen on Andrew is just wild. So, okay. This is a bit of a warning. There's going to be there's not explicit content on here, but let's just say there's going to be some very, very, very concerning stuff on here that involves pedophilia, NSFW, all that stuff. So I'm going to give out a disclaimer for this type of stuff. So if you want to click off, you can click off. But if you want to stay, be my guest. Oh, by the way, this video is not it's not made for kids. But if you want, you can talk to them about it. Say, hey, this is bad. Okay, so from what I'm reading here, is that Andrew has been constantly bashing against another Sonic content creator within the Sonic community. He made claims about a content creator, I'm not going to say their name, but if you know, you know, being a creep and only says creepy things on VCs. The whole reason they have an 18+ side separate channel, but has not provided concrete evidence other than that he was there and heard it in VCs. They believed it was out of good intention to inform folks about this content creator's suspicious patterns or inappropriate behavior. However, one thing that caught attention was answering another user that would comment on the content creator's post regarding a fictional character, assuming Amy, being 12 years old. Andrew added that the content creator IRL is almost 40. However, another separate individual retorted with a link of Andrew's past commission of his OC engaging in NSFW with the very same character and another who are underage. Yeah, that alone that's disgusting. That is terrible. And so Andrew himself said it was weird for a 40-year-old content creator to have a fixation on, but here it shows Andrew commissioning an artist for an NSFW art with the same character. This must be applied to himself then based on his accusatory tone with the content creator. And he has been confronted by this since he has a track track record of spewing anger and hate about anyone on the internet. This includes large and small content creators and those who've called him out for sussy behavior. And artworks he'll commission despite claiming he went to therapy for it and will be better not to commission for NSFW related things, but continues to do so. Now, of course, there's some screenshots up here, but I'm probably not going to show it since, again, it's NSFW and it's you probably don't want to see it at all. But again, if you want to see the document, I'll leave it down below. But yeah, it's just terrible, man. Like, my man full on is a hypocrite when it comes to these things, and he's attacking small and large content creators, including the ones you know. If you know, you know. Matter of fact, he unfriended me on Discord. He friended me on Discord, then proceeded to unfriend me, even though I said almost not really anything to. Well, I kind of did. And okay, so I'm gonna read it more here. Over time, a series of events occurred that will be mentioned in the next main tab, which is going to be about a certain other person. But whatever he confessed about doing better with these coping skills, however, more screenshots regarding Andrew commissioning NSFW art by the same controversial NSFW artist on Twitter. Basically, his confession just went out the window. And again, here there's just a ton. There's tons of these freaking, man, it's just terrible. And obviously there's a few more to this document, but this is just like a separate thing that, you know, it's not relating to the streams in general. But again, that's a video for like another day for someone else. So again, if you want to see, again, last time in the description below. But yeah, Andrew is a very, like, in this right here, and I'm looking at the documents right here, he is a very disgusting individual, man. And again, if you've seen the clips, clearly it proves so. Because, oh my god, dude, what is wrong with you, man? It even says, like, he's okay with, or he's not okay with certain people dating minors, yet he has a friend who dated a minor at the time. It's just like, where is this hypocrisy coming from, man? Like, what the fuck? So it just proves that he's a pedo defender, and most likely he's a freak. He's a freak of nature, and again, there's a lot of people defending him for it, and I gotta say to you people out there, what is wrong with you? You've seen the evidence, you've seen what's going on with Andrew, you've seen the clips. Why would you still defend this person after the countless amounts of times where he was being god amount of freak? Again, dude, it makes me want to throw up in a way. It makes me want to both shit and throw up at the same time, and that's not a good thing. It's like having Golden Corral for the first time, and you ate like 5 plates of food, and you want to both shit and throw up at the same time. Like, it's terrible, man. It's absolutely, no, it's not good at all. And here comes another person where I did not, like, again, I did not know that they did this type of stuff, but they were also kind of defending Dixie and Andrew in a way, even though it's why. So this person, Mel. Oh my god, girl. You are a whole different case. So Mel also defended, you know, Andrew and Dixie about these whole simp streams and all that. And it's like, why? Mel, you have a child. Like, aren't you a mom? Would you want your kids seeing the type of content you're making with these people? Do you want your child to be aware that your mom is fucking doing this type of shit on the internet? You know how much they're gonna bully your kid for that? Like, that is terrible for your kid to learn that their mom is hanging with these people. Like, that is not good for your image. Like, your kid is looking up to you, man. Like, why would you do something like this? And she has a whole document too. And again, I'm looking at it right now. Basically, it was being a pedo defender as well. And it's unbelievable, man. Like, I was friends with Mel. Like, I I'm having a hard time just believing that this is true because I just can't believe it. I wouldn't see Mel doing this type of stuff because, again, she has a child. She's a mom. It's just sad to see, sad to see that a person like this would be a pedo defender and also defend on these Simp streams. It's like, dude, what the hell? Now, I will mention other people here, like Inspired, Detective, and etc., all that stuff, but basically it's they're saying, like, oh, you're just jealous because they have more views than you, or they have more subscribers than you. Brother. Son. I am not jealous that I'm doing content like this. Hell, you can do whatever you want with your content, alright? It's YouTube for a reason. You can make whatever you want. If you want to make Simp streams, go right ahead. You know? It's going to look bad for your image, not mine. I just don't do these types of streams because, one, it's weird, it's cringe, and I don't know, it's a discharacterization for, like, anyone who doesn't, because, like, again, if you look at the clips of Andrew, Rouge, Amy, and Blaze, all three of them will never act like that. Okay, Rouge maybe, because, well, I dated her before, but even then, Rouge will just flirt with you to get what she wants. Not for any sexual pleasure whatsoever. Amy, I know her. I know Rosie. She would not do anything like that. Not at all. She's too shy, innocent, and too caring to do any of that. Blaze, she doesn't even know what any of that means. She probably doesn't know. She kind of like fumble a little bit because, you know, I share a channel with Glowstick, Silver. And, you know, Blaze will never do any of that stuff. So, again, people who defend this and be like, oh, hey, you're just jealous. And no, not at all, man. I don't care about these types of streams. You could do them by yourself. I don't care. But they're also saying this to, like, YouTubers who are, like, way bigger and have started this before they did. And they're telling them this? First off, hold on. I'll give out an example. But let me just go to Charmy and the Chaotix group. Because why not, you know? Their video, I want to say their most popular video, is basically Charmy reacting to, you know, an animation. It has 1.3 million views. Okay? Let me go to Dixie. Alright? Let me go to her Simp streams real quick, alright? So, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go live. Alright, right... Let me see, right here. Dixie's recent Simp stream has 2.k views. Or 2.6k, sorry, my bad, 2.6k views. Okay, you know what? I'll go to popular. That's the latest one. Let me go to popular, okay? So, what we have here. So we're going to go to the Simp streams, right? We're not going to go into any other live stream. We're going to go to Simp streams. Our biggest Simp stream yet is 7.2k views. Why are y'all saying y'all are jealous when Dixie herself is not making the amount of views that people like Charmy is making? That's a huge difference from 7k to 1 mil. You get what I'm saying? Like, sure, it's not that far off, but, like, still. Well, actually, no, it is very far off. Very far off. Like, you can't just say stuff like that just because you like her or you're just being biased about it. But again, they're just not taking accountability of, like, what's bad. And, you know, it sucks, man. Because, like, they don't see the truth that streams like these are pretty harmless and kids could learn some terrible stuff on here, man. Like, they just don't get that, man. Like, let's say, like, people look up to YouTubers, even though if it doesn't seem like that way to you, you don't want to be looked upon as, like, you know, a big Hollywood superstar and all that. I do, because, you know, I'm the OTK, and, you know, acknowledge me, which y'all should do, by the way. But it's like, people, like, kids, Kids look up to you because they see a content creator doing all these amazing stuff, getting hundreds, thousands of views and all that stuff, making good videos. But then they see shit like this and they're wanting to do stuff like this when they're old. And it's not good. It's terrible. That's not something that you want your kids to do. Like, again, Mel has a child. If you were to have a child, would you let them watch this type of content? I imagine not, right? Because it's terrible. You don't want them to look up with these people because, again, they're doing... And it's not even stuff that is like YouTube... Like, they're kind of abusing the YouTube rules because they're doing some very sus and sexual stuff on there that seems like kind of fitting to maybe Twitch. And even then, Twitch will probably not allow shit like this either. If anything, it's more fitting to, like, a membership on OnlyFans or Fansly or Patreon or other type of... Kick! Kick is so notoriously, like, bad for having, like, some weird fuck streams on there that this is starting to look normal on Kick. Like, this type of shit right here should be on Kick. It should not be on YouTube. It should not be on Twitch. It should be on Kick. Because this shit that happens here, it feels like, and again, warning, it feels like I'm watching a Pornhub video. I'm sorry. It just feels that way. And it's not just me that thinks that way. Many people think this way as well. Many people on Twitter, some big content creators are saying that this belongs in in a freaking OnlyFans video or something like that. And not only that, but there are some experiences from people that, you know, agree with that side of Twitter where it's like, yeah, it's bad, it's terrible. I'm gonna get to that in a second. First, before I get to any of these people right here, I'm gonna go with my roommate Disney. So, one thing that Disney has with with these experiences is that during a time where he was, for some god awful reason, he was just dumping on money on Dixie. Why? His reason? Kindness. He wants to just give out money to people that, you know, he trusts and that are friends, so that they would use it for good stuff like that. He's done this with Gotta Go Fast. He's done this with Charmy and the Chaotic Screw. He's done this with Charmy and Mighty, and he's done this with Dixie. He does this with Dixie the most because, well, but the reason why is because that I've learned, and also that Rosie and Petunia have learned, is that because Dixie is baiting Disney. That's what I've learned from Disney. Because with everyone else, with Sassy, because I remember he donated to Sassy when Sassy was doing a stream, and also the Gotta Go Fast and the Charmy and Mighty, they acted pretty normal. They're like, whoa, dude, what the hell? Why the fuck are you sending this money, man? Save your money. Calm down. Chillax. Obviously, he did not listen, because fuck Disney, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, again, he's doing it from the kindness of his heart. He's not just doing this to, like, fucking see tits and all that. He has his own girl for that. And so, yeah, but with Dixie, as far as I've learned, and as far as Petunia has learned, Dixie has only been saying, oh my god, Disney, stop sending this money. Oh my god. Wink, wink. Like, oh my goodness, Disney, if you keep sending this money, I'm gonna do something to you. Wink, wink. Like, basically, she's just baiting him to send more money. Like, she's just asking for it. Even though it doesn't seem like it, but she's asking for it. He's like, no, please send me more money. Which, nudge, nudge. It's fucked up. It's kind of gay. I'm not gonna lie with you. It's absolutely fubbernut, dude. And oh man, and again, I bet he regrets this, because after the shit he's learned from Dixie, he regrets it immediately, sending all that money all over the way to one specific streamer. And it sucks, because now we're down to like at least $1. $1. I'm kidding, by the way. We're not down to $1. But it definitely seems that way, man. It just sucks. And also, there was another time he was on VR chat. He was just kind of playing around, and it was after stream. There was a point in time where Dixie wanted Disney to come to a Simp stream. But she was like, "Oh, it's okay if you got stuff to do, you don't gotta do it." But again, she was still kind of baiting him, saying, "Hey, you should totally join. Yoink, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, And he was like, "Sorry, I have work. I can't do any of this." And then, he starts to tease her, because again, that's him. He doesn't do anything sexual, he just teases them, because that's the nature. And again, a lot of people in the comment section will back me up for this. He likes to tease, he likes to mess around with people. That's just who he is. And then, at some point, friend Faith, because Dixie was asking Disney, what does he simp for? He doesn't tell her anything, because one, I feel like it's a bit private that he shares this information, even though it's a bit obvious. But when it comes to people like Dixie, he kind of feels like he's private about that type of stuff. But then Faith said lanolin. And Dixie proceeds to go in a lanolin avatar, grab a fly swatter, and proceed to slap his ass. Now, let me take a note of something. One, don't ever do that to people. That's just outright. Even in VR, like if with Phantom Sense or not, and I know Phantom Sense is like a bullshit type of thing, but whether or not you're on VR, you should not touch another man's ass, especially if their woman is in the room, and she would not like any man or woman. She or he would not like that type of stuff. And Dixie did this repeatedly. She chased him around, all that stuff. Disney was going to say something saying, "Hey, don't play with my ass. I don't like that shit." But again, Dixie is his friend, and he doesn't want to say that type of shit to her, because it wasn't a big deal at the time. No, it's obviously a big deal. And I'll take a note. Disney does not like to be touched. I'll take that note right there. He does not, especially down in the down area. Especially around his ass. He does not like that shit at all. He doesn't even allow his girlfriend to do that shit. Like pegging and all that. No, absolutely not. He does not like that type of shit. He does not swing that way. So for Dixie to be doing this, by the way, Disney is 20. He's a 20-year-old. Freshly 20, by the way. And Dixie's in her 30s. And she's grabbing a fly swatter and smacking his ass. I want you to sit down and think about that for a second. And it's really a shame, because again, this is another example of a person falling down to fame. Letting fame get over here like a Hollywood star nowadays. And it really sucks, man, because, like, you see a person like this on stream, and you genuinely think, oh, yeah, she looks like a very nice person, which she was. I'll say that. She was a good person at the time when she started her whole thing. But the more that she grew, the more fame got to her head. And again, it happened whenever, and again, this is all my opinion. You could have your own opinions, but this is just my opinion. This is my thoughts. This is, more of my criticism over this whole entire thing. But as soon as she, got bigger, thanks to the people she met, she got to the bigger content creators, which again, it's not a bad thing. It's actually of an accomplishment, really, because, you're getting up there, you're getting noticed of your talents, and all that, and really that's a good thing. But if you use that as like, oh yeah, I did this, meaning I'm better than you, all that stuff. Again, I'm not saying that but it kind of feels that way, It kind of feels that way. And well, again, her sim streams are popular, and that's what caused other people to do it, like Andrew/Mel. These people to do this stuff, and they're doing it the wrong way. You know, like, again, many people in the internet are gonna see that and gonna be like, oh, so that's what's trending nowadays. Well, better do that. And then do their own version. And, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll be probably worse than Andrew's, where it's actually a fucking, you know, an actual porn video. And, you know, it's... warning there. Sorry. Forgot to let out a warning. But, yeah. It just sucks, man. It really sucks, because a lot of YouTubers fall victim to this, of, like, fame getting over to their head, them doing very bad decisions. Not like this, but, like, a bit similar, you know? And, again, this could have all been solved if people would have just taken the suggestion, but when you can't do it privately, you might as well just come out publicly, am I right? But, yeah, it just really sucks, man. It really does. Now, if you want to get views, how do you get them? Well, John, explain to them how you get them.
Boobies.
Appreciate you, John. That's right. Boobies. That's how you get your audience. That's exactly how you get your kid audience. Totally, man. And like I said, man, it's like, she encourages people to watch these streams. People who are minors. And in fact, a lot of those people that she's close friends with, some of them are underaged. So, again, a lot of people, on my side at least, because, again, there's going to be the defenders down there just telling me, oh, hey, that's actually a good thing. Again, kids could just scroll, but... Shut up. But what I meant to say is, like, it just worries me for, like, the audience over there, you know? It's like, again, like, I don't know what her analytics are like, but I'm pretty sure most of the audience, their audiences are minors. Like, they can't just say confidently that they don't have minors watching their streams when there's literally, I assure you, if you go to okay, I don't know if they're streaming, but if you go to their streams, I want you to look and see if there's any kids over there, because I'm pretty sure most of them are kids, and the only adults there are literally the mods. I'm telling you that right now. That is the only adults you'll probably see in the video. The rest are just, again, kids or just underage people, you know? And she's encouraging them to watch these streams, which, again, it is terrible. You don't want... You can't just, especially through the clips that have been shown out there to the public. Like, you know, Andrew, literally, like, if you close your eyes for a second of, like, Andrew's clip of, like, you know, him grabbing each of the girls' ass, it'll sound like it's literally porn. And again, a warning, it just sounds like you're watching a Pornhub video. And again, it's not okay to encourage kids to watch these types of streams. That's a bad reputation on you, man. Just saying. Like, again, I can't state this as it is again and again, but these streams are pretty harmful to kids, man. Like, again, they don't know what they're watching. They're gonna question a lot of things, and they're gonna learn some pretty bad stuff on you, because, again, you're pretty much a famous Sonic tuber at this point, you know? and that's what I meant to say, like, you know, fame getting over people's heads, because then it just leads to stuff like this for kids, because they look up to you. They look up to Sonic or YouTubers in general, but they look up to you, like if you were their hero or something like that. Which, again, kids, I'll say this. Never meet your heroes. Corny, but true. Let me just share another experience that a certain person has, and it's someone who did the simping, or did the whole make people simp type of thing. You know, that's pretty much their job. And so, again, I'm gonna keep them anonymous, but once I read this whole doc, you'll basically know who it is. So, alright, so let me just read this out. So, this person who used to participate in some Dixie the Hedgehog streams. She didn't think much when the simp streams were going. All she thought is that they were just harmless fun. Kind of like how I thought, you know? So, she would do some light teasing because she thought that's what's the whole point about this. Whether it be giving small hugs or other kinds of offers like eating ice cream or lunch, never once did she try to going out of her way to make anyone uncomfortable, because that's just, no, you shouldn't do that. And back then, she never noticed how sexual things were, as she is a very oblivious person. Again, if you know who it is. And if you know who you are if you're watching this video. And during those Simp streams, she would feel out of place. Like she felt like the only one doing something normal with those streams. Like everyone was going over the top. Especially Dixie. When someone would ask for 2 characters to target a specific person, she would always just do light teasing. But the others would go over the top. She took a look back at past streams. Back then, she never realized how suggestive things got with Dixie in her streams. A while back, around last year or so, at one point along the way, a friend of hers who used to sometimes go onto the streams as well, said that someone in the stream made them really uncomfortable. At that point, she decided to step back from those streams for a while. Low key, she didn't join back in one this year, and she cannot count how many times she was followed by one person, someone who sims for Amy. And you know what? I'll share that. Ben, you're some fucked up person, man. Why the fuck would you follow someone even though you know she's in a relationship with someone? Why would you follow her around because she was Amy? Like, don't you think that'll piss a certain people off? You know, her boyfriend maybe? Don't you think about that, Ben? You are a certain type of individual, man. So I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let Chris Jericho explain this. Ben 10.
You just made the list!
I don't want to ever see you around this certain Amy ever again, or I swear to, or so help me God, I will put your career through a fucking hassle, man. You do not follow this person around at all, while like a fucking creep, because that alone just makes them uncomfortable, and it makes her boyfriend mad. Like, if I was you in that situation, I would go to the boyfriend. No, matter of fact, no. Go to both of them, the Amy and her boyfriend, and apologize. Will they forgive you? Fuck no. But at least do that so that you wouldn't get your ass handled by the boyfriend. Understand? But okay. Now that I got that out of the way, let me just continue to read the document. So, again, this person simps for Amy. She tends to voice Amy. She didn't have a choice but to interact with them as Amy. And that made her really uncomfortable. It wasn't until her other really good friend joined. So, she was able to stay around him most of the time. Even then, the person didn't really leave her alone. He just stuck around her like he expected her to get him with the Amy voice. That gave her the conclusion that she is not comfortable in being in these streams unless she has someone who's close to her there. And that shouldn't be the case at all. Like, you should feel comfortable when you're around friends. Like, even if they're friends of friends, you should still be able to feel comfortable with them. But the fact that I'm hearing this type of shit, no. That just proves what type of audience you have, Dixie. And that's just fucked up. Like, what the fuck? That's not good at all. Like, you have these people around so that they can make you do your job. Because you're the one who sucks at it. But, sure, like, not anyone can voice certain characters. But you gotta make sure they're comfortable in doing these types of shit, man. Because if not, then, well, again, you're gonna have a bad reputation of just terrible work, like a horrible workplace, you know? And so, after that, there was one stream in particular that she decided to check to see what was going on. She was bored, she was taking a day for herself. Someone donated to have someone who simps for Amy get targeted. Now, Dixie does an Amy voice, but instead of just doing it herself, she kind of puts the spotlight onto her, trying to get her to join the call. She was trying to tell her that she was a little busy, but she felt pressured to join the VC and fulfill the request. She did her usual light teasing, thinking that it would be over quickly, but the people wanted more, so she ended up having to rejoin more. She hated how almost sexual everyone else was getting people to simp. She hated being there. She stayed quiet about it though. She typically has a very hard time saying no. She just felt super pressured to be there when she didn't want to be. Just a super uncomfy situation. Ever since then, she just completely stopped going to her streams. She never said anything. She always had an off feeling, but she thought that she was overthinking things. Overreacting even. So she held her tongue until people started saying something. Then she realized that it wasn't just her. So overall, she fully believes that these streams are out of control, and she shared that she's not the only one who's been uncomfortable with these approaches of people in those streams. You can barely mod the chat, as they'd go crazy about what's going on. And that's the end of the document. Also, one more. And also think that YouTube is a horrible site for having these types of streams, as even though they're 18 plus or even labeled as such, it won't stop someone underage from clicking on it. It's a horrible example of content that shouldn't be copied, and she believes that these streams should either be put to a different website or completely stopped. This was her experience with all this. Thank you for letting me say my piece. And that alone, I agree with. That is terrible, man. If I was that boyfriend, I would stop what I'm doing and just tell everyone and say, hey, she doesn't have to do this if she wants to. Stop doing it. And Dixie, you're a very fucked up individual. Why? Okay, you're an Amy. Why would you tell other people to voice Amy for certain types of people? Why? You're an Amy yourself. Is it because you suck at being Amy? Is it because you suck at your job? You suck at voice acting in general? That you want someone else who is better than you to do it for you? Because that's what I think. That's what my head pictures. And again, this person is very nice. I'm going to say this because I know this person. I know who she is. She's a very nice individual, and people will take advantage of that, and she'll be naive about it. She wouldn't know, she wouldn't say no because, again, she's a bit naive and she's nice. And y'all just take advantage of that, which is, again, not okay. You should not use your friends as just people who could clip farm on your channel. Sure, they can't, there's no more clips in YouTube anymore, but people can still clip them through another type of app or something else they can clip by. That is just not okay at all. You shouldn't have your friends be just tools to get you views, to get you more subscribers, to donate more and all that shit, to give you more money. She is not your pimp, Dixie. None of the people there are your pimps. You should not be able to tell them what to do to get you a certain amount of views and all that shit. That alone is just not okay at all. And that alone just pisses me off. Because, and I don't want to keep, rambling on, just saying the same shit, but I just want people to be aware that this type of shit is not okay. And that if you're okay with this type of shit, then you yourself are a terrible person, and you are a part of that problem. That's because this is terrible. This is not good. This is matter of fact, that's workplace harassment. To be, pressured to join a VC, to make a certain type of people simp. and especially in very suggestive and sexual ways. Like, the fuck, man? Well, yeah, obviously this is a worse situation to happen, and hopefully this gets resolved in a few weeks, but knowing the Sonic community, it's probably not. And I can tell most people in the comments are gonna, you know, just do their thing. And I say most because, you know, there's gonna be a little bit of the defenders out there. The goon defenders, the torture squad members coming after me. So, meh is what it is. But, yeah. All it is that, you know, kids, like, this is gonna be my warning to y'all, right? Kids, now, I know there's gonna be people in the comments saying, yo, Scourge, why are you telling these kids what to do? Aren't you a villain yourself? Well, here's the thing, brother. I don't do simp streams, and quite frankly, the shit I do, it's fake. It's not real. These are real people, quote unquote, playing these characters in their personas, doing their stuff. Meanwhile, I'm here. I'm not real. I'm a character, alright? But I'm just saying this because this is a serious conversation to be had. So, yeah. Fuck you to whoever's going to say that in the comments. But okay, to you kids in the comments below who are watching this video. Kids, be very, very careful on what you watch, man. Because I assure you, and you're going to probably have a hard time understanding this, but not every video that has something Sonic related will be good. There's going to be some that are. Trust me, there are a few. I'm not saying all of Sonic vids are bad. But just be careful on what you watch, man. Because, again, the people in the videos are not going to take responsibility for you guys, alright? They're not going to be your parents. They're not going to do anything like that. So, again, please watch out. And also, another warning, be careful on who you donate to. Now, y'all can donate to whoever you like, alright? Like, I'm sure most of us content creators have jobs. Disney has one. For sure, other people have them too. But there's gonna be some people out there, not gonna say Dixie, because who knows? Maybe she uses her money for her equipment or something like that. Which, me personally, I don't know. But again, I'm not saying don't donate to her, because again, you have the free will to donate to whoever you want. Just be very careful on how much money you send, how much it goes to, and to what person you're giving to. Because for all you could know, you're giving at least $400 to a very terrible person. For all you know, and plus there's going to be a lot of those in the Sonic community, you could be donating $300 to a pedophile. And it could just be them for the bail out of jail or something like that. But that's just an example. But again, just be very careful on who you send your money to, because again, you don't know the person. Just keep an eye out. So yeah, overall it's just a very terrible situation. Hope it gets resolved. Probably not, but yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.